Hello guys, welcome back to today's video. For some it may seem sort of like a long overdue video in terms of content and stuff like that, and I do apologise for that. When it sort of comes to me, I almost like to approach stuff in a perfectionist way. So the reason I haven't been up to date with the content is obviously I ain't got no fancy laptop, so editing skills again, I'm still grasping that. So I don't just want to put out YouTube videos for the sake of it. They be absolute bollocks. The reason why I put the most previous videos out was because it was quite educational in terms of how short it was and the stuff that I addressed. So today's video sort of gets me back on the scene, gets me sort of producing more content for you, and hopefully you sort of enjoy it. But yeah, looking to be a bit more regular with it. Set myself a couple of little projects, got a couple of collaborations coming up, we've got Body Power coming up. I'm away on holiday for the week next week, so we're looking at possible vlogs, days in the life, full days of eating, and that's the stuff that is, I've had a lot of demand for from you guys. So hopefully it's just a case of giving people what they want really, and it should, play out already. Today's video, what I wanted that to be on the topic was sort of overall back training, approaching a session, and tips on how to get ultimately a bigger back. Now, of all the body parts you may be wondering why I said back, and this video is going to appeal to people that want to grow their back. Growing is essentially going to be muscle building. So when it comes to bodybuilding, and take this from before all this I was an art student, so where proportions and how stuff work, and stuff can be an illusion at times. Bodybuilding is very much so that it's an art form, in my opinion. I stand by that. So when it comes to training, picture sort of like how your body looks sort of thing. If you sort of look wider automatically, you're automatically going to look bigger. If you're thin and you develop your back, you're going to look a lot wider automatically. It's just how it works, it's an illusion. I can have thin arms, thin legs, as well I've got a big fuck off Kai Green back, I'm going to look a lot bigger at it. It's basic science, well, not basic science, but it's just how it works. So it's sort of like me sort of helping you out in order to just maximise your physique and just sort of make it look that a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, I'll be doing videos on other sort of body parts as well, on how to grow them. Today we're just going to focus on back. Used to be one of my weak points, but now one of my strong points. I'm going to take you through a couple of exercises in a minute, but I'll just sort of give a breakdown of that training and approaching sessions. But yeah, so like I say, when it comes to setting up a session, exercise selection, I mentioned this is setting up a training program and stuff like that. I'll mention it again because it is vitally important. You need to exercise that work for you as a person. So say I pull from the floor 100%, I'm going into a prep soon, I'm still going to be pulling from the floor. Even when it comes to peak week, still pulling from the floor. It works for me and it's done a lot of wonders for my back. But you've got people like JP and AJ, they don't really pull from the floor, they have to cycle it for recovery. Sort of like maximising movements, and you may be the same. Pulling from the floor may not work for you. I have a lot of friends that like to do rack pulls, a lot of friends that do deficits. It works for you. As long as we're working that erector, you're going to get a strong erector spine here. You're going to be really good from there. And again, like I say, as well, exercise selection, make sure we establish the goals. So you want width or thickness. This video is going to be generally targeted at getting both. But when it comes to setting up a session for back, you need to establish which you want to focus on, width or thickness, because both of them are going to include different movements, horizontal or vertical pulling. That's essentially all back training is. It's just horizontal and vertical pulling, sorry. So that's going to be stuff like your low rows as opposed to your pull downs. There's all sorts you can do. And like I say, it's just a case of getting creative with it and finding out what movements work for you. Now, to find out what works for me, it took a good year and a bit. I'm not saying it has to take you that long. However, what did happen was I had to learn how to connect with the muscle, I had to learn how to feel it, I had to learn how to progress it from there once I nailed the form. And because I had nobody teaching me, I was on a PT then, it took me a lot longer. Whereas now, obviously, I have clients, coaching, I can teach people that so they don't make the mistakes I made. So obviously, exercise-wise, my top exercise is always going to be a go-to compound movement, something that's going to really work the whole posterior chain, and from that we can overload and sort of like load it onto the back. So all stuff that I've already mentioned would be a deadlift. We've got rack pulls, we've got deadlifts and deficits. Stuff like that is mainly going to be dominant on your lower back. The reason why I like to target your lower back is it's responsible for a lot of stability. Once you're lean body fat as well, it sort of creates that nice Christmas tree. That's always a crowd pleaser. Within the world of bodybuilding, you'll be familiar with the saying that shows a wolf from the back. So if you could get your erector nailed, then you're already pretty good from there, yeah? And as well as just your lower back as well, I've seen a lot of improvements in sort of like my lats, the thickness, because when you're pulling and you sort of like, you know, you lock out, it sort of can have an opportunity to work your upper back as well. But deadlifts are definitely the one there. When it comes to width as well, we need to get some pull downs in. Never neglect a lot of stuff like pull ups. My ultimate movement right now would be a pull down, but I sort of like the ISO movement in terms of contractions wise. It's a lot better. It feels a lot better, and the contractions are just a lot better. We've then got like a low row that sort of develops a thickness. I prefer chest supported because it's less taxing on the lower back. It works out a lot better. I'm going to get onto some movements now. I'm just sort of going to demonstrate and take you through some workouts there, and then from there I'll have a little bit of chat, catch up again, and we'll go through the You'll notice some of them clips you may see before on my social media, it wasn't designed to sort of be like an edit or anything fancy. It was literally just to get across my point. And you'll notice if you go through those exercises, there's everything that I just mentioned previously that we was chatting about. So we had deadlifts, we had easy bar rows, we had plate loaded rows, we had a mixture of both vertical and horizontal pulling. The only thing that was missing was an ISO pull down that I was on about. It's basically, you just think of a normal lat pull down, it's basically two handles, so for a neutral grip and put down like so. Yeah, and all that does is, like I say, gets a really good contraction on the lats and so it can emphasise width. So like I say, we've gone through exercise selection, we've gone through some of the exercises, my top exercises that I would recommend for back growth. Now as next point is sort of how to approach those set movements. So if you want to nail the form, luckily you've got those clips. If you are unsure on the form, literally just watch those and you'll be sort of good from there. Just follow the teaching points. If you do have any questions, make sure you let me know. Now like I say, even if you were to do those exercises, you necessarily can't get big by just doing those movements. It's how you do the movements, how you load that bar up, how you load that movement that will determine sort of how you come out of that movement. So progressive overload is the point I'm trying to get at. Again, you'll see me constantly going about this on my social media, mainly because it's the be all and end all of muscle building. You can be in a surplus all you want, but if you're not making exercise harder each time, you can't build new tissue. You're just doing, say, deadlifts 3 sets of 10. Ultimately, what can that achieve? It can't achieve anything. There's no volume, there's no intensity. So make sure that when you are approaching those movements, especially a deadlift for being a compound movement, that you are applying a progressive overload technique. That way, what's happening is there's a constant stimulus for the body to grow. It allows us for us to be challenged every time. It creates a window for progression every single session on a session basis. And from that you genuinely can build new tissue and overall create a bigger physique. It's something that I did. I wasn't aware of the term, but even from day one I've literally just been going in. And even the first couple of months when I was bro splitting and doing everything wrong, I still had the fundamentals of making the exercise harder each time, and that was what built the new tissue, as well as obviously eating a shitload as well. So progressive overload as well. Ways to sort of manage your training and stuff like that. You've got basic concepts like your logbook, you've got MyFitnessPal, you got video feedback, you got progress photos. Those are all tools I highly recommend sort of getting on board with and utilising. It's something that I wish I started doing a long time. If you look at people like JP, again, you know, other famous bodybuilders, they've been logbooking for fucking years. To me, logbooking and sort of progressive overload has almost became a bit of a trend in sort of like the last year, in terms of everybody now knows about it, whereas 5-6 years ago nobody knew about it, or at least I didn't and a lot of people didn't. So it's sort of like getting with the times and understanding that these tools are there to help you. So although the video is based on my top exercise for building a back, how you approach those movements is what's going to build you that actual back. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a timely process. Like I say, it's not a sprint. It's just taking it nice and slow and just building it harder and harder from there each time. But like I say, concept wise for the upcoming future, I'm looking at getting more into, you know, getting into some more editing, creating edits. It's more just sort of, you know, coming out of comfort zones, learning how to do transitions, getting the right angles and stuff like that. Because everything I do, I film on my own. I know the angles sort of thing. So it's sort of just a huge learning curve sort of thing. But for now, I'm just sort of sticking with educational stuff, giving out value. And for me, that's the path I want to follow. So whether this gets views or not, you can't lie that you took something away from this video, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Each video, each post on social media is always going to be valuable, and you can take something away from this. So plans for the rest of today, I mean, I'm sort of working all day anyway, so the clip you've seen there just started work, about midway through now. So what have I got on today? Got a couple of clients, a couple of coaching sheets to send out. Got a podcast being filmed today as well, so I'm not sure when I'll release that. Plan some new YouTube videos. And yeah, like I say, I'm away next week, so possibly looking at some vlogs, some travel edits, some nice photos, stuff like that. I'll let you know, maybe get out to a new gym whilst I'm away and see what happens really. And then once I'm back, we'll drop the hammer and fucking prep starts. It's like I say, we'll wrap that video up there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm back on the YouTube game now. Let me know what you think about this video. Feedback is hugely appreciated. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about it, what you want to see next. And yeah, just engage with it. Let me know what you think. So cheers for that.